7-2, and of course I'll do 7-1 as an example, but some pretty simple stuff at the get-go. Maybe it gets a little bit more complicated, but it says a uniform distribution is defined over the interval from 6 to 10. It says what are the values for A and B? A then is 6 and B is 10. I told you this was easy. What is the mean of this uniform distribution? Yeah, then we just take A plus B and divide it by 2, right? So our 6 plus our 10 is equal to 16 divided by 2, so it's equal to 8. C, then, we do get into something a little more complex. It asks us what the standard deviation is, and we find our standard deviation a little differently than we do in some of those longer equations and things that we've done. But you know, the equation there is, it looks just like this. It says the standard deviation is equal to b minus the square root, I'm sorry, of b minus a squared divided by 12. Where they come up with these, I don't know. Somebody laid awake nights a million years ago. I've kind of expressed it here too. It's really tough to find these symbols and whatnot, and you know, I use this math equation writer to help me actually do these. But anyhow, I've got it set up here, and so you know, I've kind of, I guess, broken it up a little bit. But so we got b minus a, or 10 minus 6 squared, okay, divided by 12. So 10 minus 6 is 4 squared. 16 divided by 12 is equal to the 1.333333, right, to the, or the square root of, you know, 1.33333. And I've got it down here, I guess you could say. So I've got the right, b minus a is 4 and 4 squared, okay, and I've got that, okay, divided by 12 equals the 1.33333, okay. I have to find the square root of that, so I could also do that this fashion here, square root, okay, this number, okay, and I come up with the 1.1547 is my standard deviation. Then it asks, show that the total area is 1. And what you do there is that you take the height is equal to 1 divided by b minus a. Okay, 1 divided by b minus a, so it's 1 divided by 4, and the base is equal to your b minus a, or 10 minus 6, which is 4, and so your answer is, for the area, it's equal to the base times the height, or 1/4 times 4 is equal to 4/4, or 1. Okay, find the probability of a value more than 7. Again, that we're just basically trying to find the area then. You know, if we drew those rectangles, kind of like they have in their examples, and so if we drew those areas, we said the height times the base. Well, the base in this case is equal to 10 minus 7. Our height, remember, we already had is 1/4. Okay, so you'd have 1/4 times 3. Okay, and I've got the formula a little longer here. You know, I've got it equal to, I need parentheses, I think, 1 minus, right, my height, so, or 1 minus my 10 minus my 6, 10 minus 6, okay, times, probably need another, my base, which is 10 minus 7. Ooh, 70 minus 7. That'd give me an interesting answer, wouldn't it? I think that should be, oh, it's 1 divided by, so I've got the wrong, 1 divided by 10 minus 6. There we go. Now let's try that. Right? Okay. Again, sometimes it might be easier to break these up, you know, and in this case we know that our height is going to be equal to 1/4, okay, and so then it's the base is equal to whatever the base is. In these cases, it's a whole number, so it's just a quarter times that whole number. For example, F is find the probability of a value between 7 and 9. So my base is 9 minus 7, or 2, times I know my height again is 1 divided by 10 minus 6, or 1/4. So 1/4 of 2 is 0.5.